So I realized I never really do a introduction because when I first started out this channel, it was mainly for me and my friends and family who know me personally. But since I've been gone for a while, I noticed I got a lot of subscribers. So thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys have been giving me during this difficult time I've been going through. It means really a lot. Welcome to my channel. My name is Navika Asha. You can call me Vika for short. It sounds like Pikachu, or you can call me, but it's Pikachu. So I have a lot of brain farts. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. But in this video, we're gonna have a let's talk because I just want to catch everyone up. I want everyone to know what's really going on. So to clarify some confusion that I noticed with some new subscribers and some comments, I was born legally blind with aniridia. Aniridia is a very rare disease. As I usually tell people, it's more like a form of glaucoma, but it's actually just forms glaucoma and a lot of other things like, I think it's microplasia, fibroplasia, Wagger tumor, Wilms tumor, or is it a Wagger? It's a Wagger or something, and it's Wilms tumor, and then nystagmus, which I never knew I had till actually this year, and then I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah. So it also it's like it makes me very light sensitive, and it's like the best way to explain it is that I was born with a somewhat form of an iris, but most people who I have heard don't have iris at all with aniridia. Some do have half a form of an iris. Some people with aniridia have somewhat of a half form of a retina, cornea. It's a very complex, rare disease, and I was born with it. But this year, 2020, I have formed hemorrhages in the eye. So hemorrhages is when your blood vessel busts and it just is, your eye is bleeding. You don't see it from a physical point. It's like literally inside your eyeball. So I have been forming a lot of hemorrhages all year, which the little vision I had growing up until 2020 has been going in and out all year long. So talking individually eyes, my left eye has always been my best eye since I was little. My right eye has always been my worst eye. So with the left eye, I actually, sometimes I'll get vision back. Right now, I have a little bit form of vision. I can see color. I can see shapes, like silhouettes. I can see light perception. I can see enough, but when it comes to like phones and text and letters, stuff like that where you have to actually read stuff and all that, I can't do that at all. So that's been a real big struggle for me. My last video was when one of the hemorrhages was happening again, and in my right eye, I recently had a hemorrhage in June, and sadly, that hemorrhage has made this right eye, although it did have a little bit of some vision there, like colors, shapes, and silhouettes, like I said, in the left eye right now, it had that. But because of the hemorrhage in June, it sadly has went completely blind. So I cannot see at all. I cannot see light perception if I close it. It's just like a old TV that has the white shirt, like when a show is not coming up on the screen. It has that little white shimmery thingy. It literally has no like light perception. It's basically like closing your eyes nothing's there. Nothing. No light perception, no nothing. It's like the right eye doesn't exist anymore, sadly. And but hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm very blessed because, like I said, I still have vision in my left eye, and that's what my doctors are focusing on. So recently I had a surgery after I finished my last video. My doctor called me and was like, hey, I heard that you lost some vision. Let's get you in for a laser surgery. So I was like, okay. I have had many surgeries. Not a lot, but I think I had about 4 to 5 surgeries in my lifetime. I believe it's 4 to 5 surgeries. So that's a lot. Mostly dealing with the glaucoma though. I have severe glaucoma, and that is also why they can't really do much with the hemorrhages this year, because glaucoma and hemorrhages, the surgery that you have to get with that is actually a very hard surgery with people with severe glaucoma. So if I had to get that one, it's either, the option is basically I would be completely blind after the surgery, or I can go half completely blind with my right eye and just stick it out with a bloody eye. So right now I'm sticking with the completely blind just in the right eye. But I had laser surgery, and with that, it didn't clear up at first, but like I said, it's clearing up right now. So I'm in the stages of recovery, and that's helping me a lot. Now, during this time, I have found that a lot. Like, the doctors I have been seeing lately, even some of the old doctors that I was kind of upset with in my second video, which I will change that because it's a venting video. It's not really a updating you guys. It's not informing you what I really have. It's more like a ranting video that I was getting off my chest to my friends and family. Like I said, this is a channel that started out as friends and family. But that was more like a venting video. And so I learned a lot, and mostly with what I have, the main problem, aniridia, it's like a can of worms. So these doctors are like sitting here trying to care so much to help me save the little vision I have. But because I have so many things going on in my eyes with the aniridia, the glaucoma, the nystagmus, and I'm with aniridia, you can have many other things, like I said in the beginning, and there's other things. There's a girl on here on YouTube called Live Accessible. Her name is actually Carrie. I'll link her in the description. She explains it way better than me. Like, I learned more about aniridia from her, low-key. Like, I learned more about aniridia from her than I have my own doctors. But once again, I didn't know some other things that I learned recently. So with this can of worms, with aniridia, it's basically like a surgery can affect this, a surgery can affect that. So they really don't really have a lot of answers when it comes to these hemorrhages this year. So it's more like a sit and wait till they clear. And I went to see a cornea specialist, and he's like, well, I can see you might need surgery, but he doesn't want me to have surgery because all the surgeries he has done with the specific cornea surgeries I would need, they all failed. Like, my granddad, who also has aniridia, has had a cornea surgery, and it is failing. He is one of the lucky ones, happily, that has had vision last longer than what they said it would, but at the same time, it has failed. So it's not a long-lasting vision thing. It's more like a testing thing. And he said he doesn't want me to have surgery. He basically said that he's going to be conservative over it. He's going to just do yearly checks on my corneas, but he doesn't want to do anything because it's basically like a can of worms. And I recently went to the best retina specialist in the city, and he basically said my right eye does not matter at all. And I'm just sitting here like, I just want to know if my retina detached, but he's just like, it does not matter at all. He says he doesn't want to do surgery either, which is still goes back to the whole, I don't really want that surgery anyways, because it'll make me completely blind. But that wasn't a good doctor visit. I won't lie, it wasn't a good doctor visit at all. I might do a video about that. But he was straight to the point at one point, saying that he didn't want to do surgery either because, once again, I had already too many surgeries with the aniridia, just having the tubes in my eyes, which is a surgery I had before due to the glaucoma that helps with the pressure. It's just, it's too risky. It's very risky. So there's a lot going on. And then my mom, like I said, my mom found out recently about the retina thing. So I didn't even know that aniridia, like I mentioned earlier, our retinas are like a half of a form. If I understood that right, it's like a half a form of like, most people have a full form of retina, and we supposedly don't have a full form of retina. So it's just very complicated on what I have. And I'm just grateful. I'm really grateful to have like the little vision I have, because I have lived up till now like I'm 27, and I lived with vision, and I got to travel and do a lot of stuff. And I'm not saying I won't do that later on in life. I'm just saying, like, I'm just grateful to be at this point, to have just even the little vision I have, because with what I'm going through, I could be completely blind, and I'm not. Happily, I'm not. And I'm just legally blind. So I hope that clears up a few comments and concerns, because I did get a lot of messages within the past few days about certain things, about a little confusion here and there about what I'm going through and what I actually have, because there was some mixed air about me being blind and legally blind. I identify as blind right now because I can't see really at all. I usually go by legally blind or visually impaired, but usually if I'm like meeting someone, I don't really even say those terms. I just say I can't see very well, because it's just some people don't understand even those terms, and I just don't want to get into it. So I just say I can't see very well. So I really hope this clears up a lot of stuff. And if you have questions or concerns, please message me on Twitter or my Instagram, and I'll try my best to explain more. And like I said, I'll include Carrie from Live Accessible in my description, because her video on aniridia is way better. It's very it's like, she put it in terms where I was sitting here like, oh my gosh, I have this? Like, like, my family did not even know much about it. Like, my mom didn't know much about it, my granddad doesn't know much about it. And then this year, after me going through all this is when my whole family was like, oh, we really need to look into what we really have. And Carrie was actually the person who taught us. So I'll link her video down in the description. So real quick, I just want to give a few shout outs to a lot of people who helped me during this past month of being in recovery, and giving me encouraging words and stuff that I really needed, because learning voiceover and a lot of things that I never knew before was very helpful. And the patience they kept reminding me of, it's just like, I need that. I really do need that. So I want to just give a shout out to Leah from Ability of Two Mom. I hope I said your YouTube right. But I want to give a shout out to her, because she has been so nice to let me on her panels during this really rough time for me. And she has been so welcoming, and it really means a lot to me, because I didn't think I was gonna be so pushed in the blind community on YouTube, and she has definitely gave me this huge push, and I really do appreciate it. She's so sweet. She has a YouTube about how she raises her kids, about her family adventures. She's a family friendly, obviously her YouTube's about family channel, and she's just amazing girl. So please check her out. Also, Blindtoes, you know you weren't going to escape this. Thank you so much for all your encouraging words. It really means a lot to me. Joanna, also, when I finally figure out how to get onto the platforms and message back people, I am definitely coming out and talking to you guys more. So please check them out as well. I'll have everyone who I'm mentioning right now in the description below. Also, I want to give a shout out to Chris from the Blind Lounge. We're going to do a YouTube video soon about, I believe it's going to be about our little haul or our collection of like sprays, like our body sprays, fragrances, stuff like that, because we have a big collection that we want to share. And then on Twitch, this shout out is going to be really heartwarming maybe to them, but to me it's just like, it's me. I want to give a shout out to Angel the Answer and Jordan TM, because on Twitch I have built a community on there that is very open to my disability. And when I went blind this past time on August 23rd, if I'm getting the date right, I was actually gonna go live for the first time on Twitch, and it didn't happen, and that really hurt very much because I was so prepped for this. And when Angel went live for the first time on his channel on Twitch, he just was so opening. I was just like, hey, what's up? And he's just reading everyone talking to me. He was being so accessible. Like, he did not care. He was like, hey, my friend is blind in this, and I don't give a F if you guys are annoyed that she's here and I'm talking from you to her. I'm gonna do this and that. It meant so much to me, and I don't know how much more to ask for something like that. Like, I have other Twitch people too, like Dan, the Daydreamer Dan. I almost forgot your name. Oh my god, I'm such a bad friend. Daydreamer Dan, he's always sitting out encouraging. Like, he also is accessible. Like, if I need help, he will zoom in on his face or zoom in on a picture or do his best to be accessible. It's just so nice to have this loving community, and I appreciate you, Dan, and Angel, and Jordan for being there for me during this time, even on Twitch, when you guys are the most busiest people in these streams, and you guys are here helping me be a part of the conversation or be a part of your stream, and it just really means a lot to me too. So I'll link everyone below. I'll link Leah, Blindtoes, Chris, Dan, Jordan, and Angel, and please go check them out. And yeah, it would mean so much to me if you guys check all these people out, because they mean so much to me, and I hope that they'll mean so much to you as well. So thank you, and have a great weekend as well, guys. I'm gonna try my best to start posting on Thursdays. I'm gonna try to make a schedule of posting on Thursdays, and then when I get better and I might be able to stream, hopefully that'll be soon, I'm gonna try to do Sundays or Tuesdays. So hopefully that is my schedule for now in my head. But yes, have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry this video was long, but thank you again. Have a great weekend.